it's T here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate it very much. Today I am doing a chatty get ready with me, just hanging out. I won't be teaching anything. We're just doing like our makeup, sitting here and talking and catching up on my life and yeah, all that fun stuff. So if you are down to have a chatty get ready with me and you are also getting ready or doing chores or want to put me in the background, then let's get started with this video. So I'm just gonna do a quick face prep before we get into everything. Just get that little hair out of the way. All right, I'm going to pre-record a lot for the month of July and August, so you'll see a lot of these videos. Like by the time you guys are watching this one, I am getting ready to get an oral surgery. Let me talk and do my makeup at the same time so we're not like sitting here forever. So let me grab my MAC paint pot in Painterly and prime my eyes while we're chit-chatting about my little life. So I got like a new insurance, and for like my current job, like they're giving us like better insurance and stuff, like health benefit from my job. And so what happened is that I applied for a new one under like a special, like, what is it called? I forgot what it was called, but like insurance, usually you can't really change it mid-year, and I'm changing it mid-year. But it's like a special event, like a life-changing event, which in this case, like the company giving us benefits would qualify for that. I've been like paying insurance out of my own pocket like prior to this. So I took the opportunity to opt into like the company's health insurance benefits. And so they'll like pay for a portion of it, and then I pay for a portion, and you know how that goes like with insurance and stuff. I'm like debating between the two Ethereal palettes. This one is the Ethereal Nature, and then this one is the Ethereal Eyes Original. I don't know. I like both of them, but this one is more like, I think I might just do it safe. I know I've been like really safe the past couple of weeks, but I might touch a little bit of these greens in here. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm gonna do my eyes while we are chitting and chatting away. So anyway, so I got a new insurance, and then I finally like went and visited my dentist's office, like a new one now, like the one that my insurance now takes. And I'm gonna grab this taupey shade right here. I believe it's called EE8. So also excuse me if I don't like, because I wanted this to be more of like a chatty, get ready with me, trying products, just like chill. Just like a chill day and like catching up. So I went to the dentist and I got my teeth checked out and everything, like just doing my due diligence, like you should get your teeth checked out. And unfortunately, I received the saddest news in my entire life, is that I have this gum disease, and it's worse than gingivitis, which is like, let me try to find the actual word for it and like have Chris put it up on here. So the doctor told me I had periodontitis, and it's uncurable, which is really sad. And I don't know like how we got here, because I go to the dentist often. I go to dentist at least once or twice a year, and I'm just really surprised that no one caught this because it's advanced. So usually what would happen is that it would be just like a gum disease, and then it would progress up to gingivitis, and then so forth, and I didn't even know about it. And the doctor said like it's really not because I was dirty or anything, because like my actual teeth itself, it's fine. Like there's not like I brush my teeth, I floss. It's also like down here, like underneath my teeth, like by my roots and everything, like where my teeth actually grows, like the root of it. And so we need to go through a deep cleaning and basically need to go through oral surgery. And also like there's something called like grafting, where because like the what happens when you have periodontitis, it's when the bacteria eats away at your like underneath your gum and eats away at your bone and making it thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And the thinner it gets, the weaker your teeth will become down there. And it's like, imagine a plant, right? And you cut off its roots, or its roots dies. The top of the plant will also die with it. So that's what the comparison really is like the root of my teeth are dying, and I am gonna lose all my teeth if I don't, like they'll just fall off. It's not gonna be like a quick thing either. It's gonna be like over time I will just not have any teeth if I don't get it situated, and it'll be faster than before I like get into like my 40s and 50s. So there's that. Also noted, I am 27 this year, so realistically we're talking about like 10, 13 years before all my teeth falls out, and I would like to for that to not to happen. So we're gonna go through treatment to make sure that the germs and bacteria that has built up and the plaque, etc., underneath my gum gets a handle. And they are gonna do an extremely deep clean where they're going to numb my mouth. And they can't, and it's gonna take about 4 hours per side, by the way. It's not like 4 hours the whole mouth. So I have to go into the dentist office for 2 sessions. So I'm gonna do my right side first, which is this side, and then I will do my left side. And yeah, I'm gonna be pretty swollen. I'm like not so thrilled about it, just simply because the dentist scares me, okay? Because like you don't want to like have all these things happening into your mouth and stuff, you know? It's just not it. It's not to be like all sad in this video. I just didn't want to have to. And it's costly. That's like the biggest thing. It's not like cheap either. It's not like, woo, we're gonna go in and it's gonna cost like $5. No, anything that is like more of your eyes, mouth, or actually any type of surgery and such, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be very, very expensive. And yeah, and your insurance only can do so much on that. So I do have to pay out of pocket quite a bit. And I'm probably gonna try to opt into like a payment plan for it. So there's that. There's an update on my little tea life. I will keep you guys posted on my little journey. I'm going to just put a mascara. It's gonna be a very simple, I know I've been doing like very simple eye looks, and I just want to make sure you guys like do like be able to like do these simple eye looks just like I do, just because sometimes you just don't have all the time in the world. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of my eyelid tape, because as you can see, my eyelids are pretty janky. I have a very special video. I believe it's gonna come out after this one. I have a one branded makeup tutorial that I've been like so stoked. And today, the last few items, I was gonna record it today, but the last few items were out of stock and they went back in stock, and I'm placing an I placed an order and it should get delivered today. So that's why I couldn't get to it faster. I'll put on more glitter after this just because when I do this type of eye makeup look, the eyelid tape tends to like cover up a little bit too much. And I'm gonna go in with a liquid liner today just to define the outer edges a little bitty more. So, okay, then what we are going to do is just line, and I'm using the Judy Doll. It's an extremely fine tip pen. It's in the shade 01 Black. And you want to just like look straight, like my mirror's right here, so I am looking straight ahead. And I want to be able to draw like a wing. I believe like Amazon Prime is happening this month. And I honestly, you know, like sometimes you're just like, I'm an over consumer and over shopper. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, what do I even buy for Amazon Prime that I haven't bought already? I genuinely have like most things. I don't really need any more. I'm like at a stage in my life, I'm like, do I really need this? And it's one of those like, okay, if I need it for my YouTube channel or my day-to-day life, then like I'll buy it. Because a lot of the stuff are getting like too wild, you know? You're just like, do I really need this? Now that the eyeliner is on, I just want to go back in with a little bit of that glitter. Also, I'm using this glitter right here and just popping it on. Just quickly pop it on. Eyelid tape can grab onto it and it's not like, looks like I'm missing anything. So it's just like a little reflective eye, but very simple. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and use the Sky Tube mascara. I've actually been really using this nonstop. Like this is the one mascara that I've been grabbing a lot. And I'm still testing it, but I feel like I have a good grasp of how I feel about it, especially when I have a lot of other mascaras. I keep grabbing these ones. Not these ones. There's only one. This one. Grabbing this one. And I don't know. It's just such a good tubing mascara. I think that this was very well done in terms of tubing mascara, and it comes off really nicely and very easily, and especially like during the summer, tubing mascara and waterproof mascara is gonna be like your best friend. And I don't know what it is. I've been like not wearing so much like of like lashes. I've been just really taking care of like my lashes and being healthy and my lash growth so that they're really long, and that way I can just put mascara on. Like, I don't know. Does anyone else feel that way? But like when I want to have like a night out, I'm like all for like full strip fluttery lashes. I mean, okay, full strip is a little bit exaggerated. It's more of like half a strip. That's really what it is. Look at how pretty the lashes are. Like this mascara is just, it's blowing me away. I know, and then a lot of you guys are probably like, I just, you know, I curl my lashes regardless on all mascara. I used to like curl it before and after I put mascara. So to stay true to myself, I'm going to continue to curl my lashes because there's just no way that I'm going to go out without trying to curl my lashes. That's just not happening. And I've tried this mascara without curling my lashes, and I saw the results of it, and it just looks just as good, not like really high up like this where you're curling it obviously. So there's that. I just want to say I'm judging the mascara by the way that it looks. looks in general and performance and how it applies. I do have 2 products for complexion. So I have the Kylie Jenner Skin Tint. This is what it looks like. I've heard amazing things about it, and this is what the package looks like. This is the Skin Tint Blurring Elixir. And then I also have the Jane Iredale. This is their powder foundation. I kind of want to do the powder foundation. So I have the Kylie Jenner, the Kylie Cosmetics Skin Tint Blurring Elixir. I do want to try this, but maybe in a different video, like a full day try on, test wear, and stuff like that. So I might just put this away, but I just wanted to tell you guys I've been really excited to trying the skin tint out. So we'll just put it to the side for now. Today we'll do the Jane Iredale, the PurePressed Base Mineral Foundation Refill. And ooh, this has SPF 20 and it's water resistant for 40 minutes. And I'm in the shade Suntan, and I also bought their refillable compact. So these are sold separately, the compact and the actual foundation. So the compact looks like this. Very luxe, very pretty. I really love the gold and white. It feels very heavy as well. And then this is what the compact inside looks like. You make the world more beautiful, and that's like a very sweet thing. And so I'll just show you guys. So I'm just gonna take this off and grab the compact carefully. Again, I'm in the shade Suntan. I'm just gonna pop this in. And now we have a pressed powder compact, and I don't know what brush I want to use. Usually you want to work with like a very dense brush. So I'm just gonna use this, and this is like a clean one. A lot of my brushes are dirty. I need to wash them this weekend. I know. I try to wash my brushes every Sunday or every other Sunday. Like that's like my routine. So I'm gonna just press this in like so, pick up the product, and I'm going to just press this in to my skin. And I'm gonna just treat it like the Bare Minerals. I have a feeling that this is gonna be very good for oily skin just simply because it's a press mineral foundation, and usually it's already in a powder form. I don't know how full coverage we're gonna get with this, but let's try it out. I'm just gonna show you guys one side. I wonder if I could like just buff this in as well too. Might be a little bit paler than my skin tone, but this is more like evening out my skin tone, nothing too crazy. And I also want to give this and every single foundation some grace, is that my skin is oily, acne. I know I have to say this every single time just because there's like new people, new subscribers, new viewers, and people entering in like, and they're like, oh my gosh, this foundation looks terrible on you, blah blah. And I want to give it some grace and people as well. If you guys don't know, again, I have acne prone oily skin, and I have a lot of like, as you guys can see, like if you guys take a look closely, there are like really deep acne scars from years and years and years of acne. These are like post acne scar, and I pigment very easily. I have very sensitive Asian skin, and so I get red easily. I pigment very easily. It's just a process. So when I'm using a foundation, I want to give it some grace, because when you apply makeup, if anything, it accentuates all your texture, especially in the foundation area. So I just want to make sure you're not judging this just simply because it doesn't look as like smooth on me. A lot of foundation actually do not look very smooth on me, even though it says smoothing and blurring. For me, it's more of like, is it a match? Will it survive on my oily skin? Like that's like, for me, it's more like performance, because a lot of foundations actually will not lay so very nicely on my skin, and that's just how it is. And I mean, I have to come to term with it, and just, you know, try to do the best I can until I get all of this situated. I think I wouldn't wear this alone in the future though, but it does smooth out a lot of my pores. Like, it's not cakey. It definitely meshes and plays well with my skin. I don't know. This is nice. Based off my first impression, I have to wear it throughout the day, see how it lasts on my oily skin. I feel like I am using quite a lot, just simply because I'm trying to go over certain areas and get a little bit more of a fuller coverage. I do think in the future, what I would do with this is either a skin tint, and then I'll set that skin tint down. Yeah. Pressing this in, and you can buff this in as well. I buffed it in, and it's not like pilling or dragging anything on me. Yeah, so for me, if I were to wear this all by myself, I am all by myself right now. But for me to wear this alone, I do find that it doesn't cover as much. Like, you'll see my skin peeking through, and this shade does look a little bit pinky gray on me. I don't know. Do you guys feel that way? Or am I tripping? It looks a little, I don't know, grayish on me. Okay. I probably should have done concealer first, but it's my first time. This was my first time with this, and I don't wear powder foundations that often, or as often as a lot of people, but I do feel like this is giving me more of a pinkier cast. Like, it's a little lighter than, but nothing that bronzer cannot fix. So let's move on really quickly. Use a concealer, and this concealer I haven't used in a very long time. So, and it like falls down on my like vanity, and like it lays like this, or sometimes I put it up so it like separates just a touch. So we're gonna give this a little shaky shake. This is in the shade 2.0. It is the Sarah Creal Face Flex. This is a very expensive concealer. I want to make note of that. Do you guys need it? No, but it's a very comfortable concealer. Do you see that? Like, the concealer is a lot more yellow than my complexion. So I'm not gonna be like too focused on like full coverage today, just because I really want to give this powder foundation a chance to do its thing. But I'm also gonna still put some liquid blushes on top, because I put liquid blush on top of all my foundations. So we'll see how this plays with like liquid blush on top, and is it even gonna disrupt the product? And I know I'm doing things out of order right now, because usually I would do blush first or like cream bronzer, but I'm just trying to mix it up today, you know? And also the blush that I'm using, I really want to blow it out. I don't want it to be covered up. Just because I bought it for like this like super like this trend that we're having right now, which is like super pinky blown out blush look. Okay, so this is what the concealer looks like. It doesn't seem like it's being disruptive to the powder foundation, the mineral powder foundation underneath, but we will see. And also, like, I'm just so oily, and I prepped my skin prior, that I feel like the products underneath like are grabbing on so much like nicer. I always preach like skin prep, SPF, etc. here. So as long as you have like the right and proper skin prep, you should be good to go. I always like prep my skin according to the type of foundation that I'm using. Like for example, if I am using something a lot more mattifying, then I will tone it down on my skin prep like non-existent. So speaking of this, I want to introduce the next product to you. This is the SHEGLAM, and they have a Color Bloom liquid blush. This is a matte finish in pink slip, and this was only like $6. I think SHEGLAM is from Shein, the clothing brand, and I have been really wanting to do like a full face of SHEGLAM. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I was a little skeptical about it because my sister has used SHEGLAM before, and the products look like they are straight up like copycat dupes of a few items that we have seen in the marketplace. So I'm very, very intrigued. I can do like a full face and like pick out a few products and then tell you guys how I feel about it. But I saw this blush, and I don't know if you, yes, you shake it up. So you do shake it up, and it's in this packaging, and this packaging is not bad at all for $6. The drugstore and everybody, they're working on their packaging game lately. So I mean, like, these packaging, they're not like cheap, and this is like heavier, and it's pretty. It's not like it's an ugly packaging either. So this is what it looks like. It comes in this doe foot applicator, and you just like dip it in to grab more product, and yeah, and then you just shake it, I'm assuming, to get more product out as you go. This reminds me of the Fenty Shake and Play. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I just recently bought this. It's the Fenty Beauty. Although the shake is a lot more like distinctive, but it's the same type of concept where, you know, the dip, you shake, you da 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 da. Okay. Anywho, let's get back to this portion. So what I would like to do is just like dot this. And I'm doing like a similar technique to what I did with the Patrick Ta, that blush technique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and really blow this out and underneath my eyes, and it's gonna look like nothing but a very light wash of pink underneath the eyes, like so. Very similar to the Patrick Ta's like light pink, and this is like a fraction of the cost actually. So I will keep you guys posted. There's not really like a smell to it, I don't think. But yeah, I'm gonna bring this pretty high up, right underneath my eyes. Get all that in. Yeah, this is just like a really light baby pink, very light wash. So I think on a darker skin tone, it would show up a lot more than what I have going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna like just layer and pat it in and layer and pat it in. But this does blend out pretty nicely, and over the powder foundation, it's not like moving it around or anything. Okay, this is what we're currently looking like. It's pretty. That's a pretty thing. I do have to use a lot to layer this. The process of this for me is like I have to layer to get that opacity to show up a little bit more. But noted my skin tone and my foundation shade and my skin color, etc. I do feel like anyone, if you have my skin tone, be prepared to build this product up a lot more than normal, or just like go in with a heavier hand if you want this to actually show up. And I'm going to, you know, blend this into my under eyes as like a brightening type technique. So I think I was a little bit more like frugal on this side than this side. This side, I feel like if you actually just go in like straight and like just stamp it, it will show up. This one, I was just like, I was just, you know, testing it out because this is my first time using the Shein blush. So I do feel like you don't have to build it up if and only if you just go straight in with a heavy hand like I did just now. Yeah, this is a pretty blushy, like a light baby pink look. And I want to set it down with a pink powder from L'Oreal. This is their Blur-fection. Blur-fection, their Infallible Blurring Brightening Loose Setting Powder. That's what it's called. And then also going back with that concealer brush prior and just stamp out any creases. So we're looking real pinky underneath. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this and really saturate the brush and then pat it in. Set that down. The Shein blush dries down matte. Like there's no glow to it. So if you want to set it, set it. I have to because I'm very oily. But if you are drier, I think you can skip out on actually setting it down. I don't know. Try that out. Let me know. It's a pretty flush we have going on here. Because I already have the mineral powder foundation down, I won't set in everywhere too much just because. And then I'm gonna go in with a bronzer. What kind of bronzer do I want to use today? I'm currently testing out the ciele bronzer, so I want to use it a little bit more so I can have my final thoughts on it. So this is in the shade Amalfi. It's like their newest bronzing powder. And if you guys watch my previous videos, you know, I'm a SPF preacher. I am obsessed and in love with all things SPF. I try to like really be onto my skin and give it like all the nutrition that it needs so that it can just heal on me. I'm gonna dust it around my nose. I always do this for cohesiveness. Now that we have that, I also want to go in with a powder blush. This is from Sephora. I just want to pop something in the center because why not? Why not? Why not? We're already here. I love blush. This is one of like the newer ones that I picked up from Sephora. And Sephora has their own brand in Sephora, obviously. The only thing is like Sephora is like the drugstore, you know, of all like the brands inside of Sephora. So there's some products in there that are hits and some products that are misses, like the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. Oh my gosh, if you are an oily gal, that might be your new try, and it's not gonna break the bank. And I would also wait for like Sephora's like VIB type of sale, because Sephora during the VIB sale, it's 30% off, and Sephora's already like really affordable. So when they have 30% extra on top of their sale, like the product ends up being like $5 to $10 each. Like it's insane. Okay, I'm gonna bring it over my nose as well. Just gonna set that down. Wow, that's a pretty blush. I don't know if I said this, but it's 05 Sweet on You matte blush from the Sephora Colorful Blush collection. And this is very compact. Maybe I've been sleeping on the Sephora blushes because this looks really juicy and pretty. I don't need any more blushes, as you guys know. My blush drawer has been like insane in the membrane. And then because we're a little matte today, there's some shine peeking through, but I just wanted to give it a little bit of a glow, just slightly. And this is with the DIOR Backstage Glow Minimizer palette in 03 Pearly Peach Glow. And I just like mix, I don't know, I just go in, I mix, and I swirl things, and I put it on the tips of my cheekbones and on my cheekums and give myself a little bit of that glow from within. And this is such like a gentle glow. It's not gonna be anything like crazy where you're like, that's highlighter. It's very like just nice on the skin. Like it doesn't emphasize anything and it gives you that like pop of peachy glow. And then I did open this to swatch it, but I've never used it yet. It's the CoverGirl TruBlend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Finishing Powder. The names on a lot of these makeup products are getting longer and longer and longer and longer as we continue to, you know, use more products and more products get out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a very long name. So this is in the shade 510 Snickerdoodle. It's a light medium, and this was what I wanted to find it at the CVS store because I have the baked bronzer and baked blush. I was so excited when I saw and heard online that they were launching. So let me just grab just like a dusting brush, and I'm not gonna be setting this. What I'm gonna use this for is just to lightly give myself like a little bit of a finishing touch. So this is very similar to, I don't want to say like the Hourglass because Hourglass just Hourglass, but this is like similar, and it gives you this like very like soft finishing glow from within type of look. So that's what you would use these type of powder. It's not gonna be for I'm going to use this and set my face with. It's more I'm gonna use this to keep my pores looking all fine and nice and giving my face a little bit of that glow from within and dimension. So that's what I'm using this one for. So it's just a light touch of it that makes the biggest difference. And I have to keep using this because this is like newer for me. So I will keep you guys posted. But so far, first impression and the application process, I definitely see like this glow from within, like this veil type of look. Of course, I have to use this with like a foundation that I've been using and all that fun stuff before I give you guys my final updated decision. So that's what it looks like. It's very pretty. Let's go into the lippies. I don't have a new lip liner. Well, I do have new lip liners, but I am just going to go with the classics per use because I just use these products non-stop. So use REFY's Opal and blur out my outer lip line. We have blurred out the edges of our lip, and I'm going to go in with the MPH lip liner in Skinny Dip to really build that shadow and on top of my like so. I have two lippies today. I don't know what I really want to go with, but the first one is the Tom Ford Cashmere Suede. I've swatched this on my YouTube short before, so this is what it looks like. I can do quite a lot just because the eyes are a little bit more on the neutral side. Or this new Petal Soft Laura Mercier lipstick crayon in 302 Ella. I've also swatched this for you guys as well. And it's more of like a peachier shade. I don't know. Should I mix? I mix everything. I don't see why not. Let me grab this really quickly. I am gonna use the Tom Ford. I'm gonna use the Tom Ford lipstick first. And then I'm just gonna pop the Laura Mercier in the center, although I don't think it's showing up a ton because the Tom Ford underneath is a lot darker. Okay. I like this look right now. Okay, put my hair down. Alrighty, everyone. This is the final look. I hope you enjoy this long, chit-chatty get ready with me. I know I'm definitely such a rambler. I do hope you guys enjoy the time here while we get ready, put on makeup, hang out, get to know each other and all that fun stuff. So I so appreciate you guys staying for this long. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.